Dear friends of the Argovia Philharmonic, we have put behind us a very challenging season and a very challenging year. But we got through it, and I'm so glad that even though we didn't meet so much as we wish, at least we could live stream for you and still play concerts. So we are kept in touch. Now it's a total different situation. It's a historic moment in many ways. Hopefully the pandemic will be less interfering in our concerts, but we are opening a new concert hall, the Alte Reithalle. This is an amazing moment for any orchestra, any conductor and any audience. To open a new hall gives a new energy and new excitement for the future. We're also coming back to an old hall but renovated hall in Baden, Kurtheater. So this is also something I'm really looking forward to, many things to be excited about. Before we take the summer holiday, I wanted to grab the opportunity to say a little bit of what we're going to play for you next season. I guess you already know much of the program, but I will tell you a little bit about how it came all together. Many years ago, I had the great pleasure of following and assisting the great legend and maestro Kurt Masur. His last years, when he traveled around, he did mostly Brahms, and I got the pleasure of following him doing the Brahms symphonies. He told me that the Brahms symphonies, there are 4 symphonies, but they're all, we should kind of think if this was one symphony, a big symphony, where these 4 different symphonies is one, each movement of a bigger symphony. And this is when you listen to the music, when you look at the score, it totally makes sense. These symphonies belong together, and they're not only just classical masterpieces of the Romantic period. They, in so many ways, changed the world and how we write music. There's something about Brahms, his wonderful melodies, his wonderful harmonies, that just brings us together, and we want to hear more and listen more. Brahms, from what we can read, I wish if I could go back in time that I could spend some time with Brahms, because he seemed like a very interesting man. He seemed to have so much pleasure in how he wrote his music. He was a musician in so many ways. He was an amazing pianist, and you could also hear this through his music, that it's not just compositions written from theory, it's made by a musician. And this is why I think it grabs us so much, because we can feel his passion directly into our hearts. So I hope that you will enjoy all 4 Brahms symphonies we played as a whole symphony during this amazing season. Of course, we have fantastic soloists for you. Some of them you probably have heard and seen before. Some of them might be new names. They all have some kind of connection to us. Either they have performed with me earlier, or it's a soloist I know, or it's soloist that the orchestra knows very well and has a connection to the orchestra for years. And this is something I find very interesting in our season, the new season in the Alte Reithalle. We also have a composer, Swiss composer, that has written a piece for us. It's a world premiere. And I have to say that sometimes conductors, we are lucky to premiere pieces, but this is the greatest pleasure I've had in a very long time. And to open the Alte Reithalle with this amazing Swiss composer is also an historic moment. So I wish you all a great summer. I can't wait to see you in the concerts. It's going to be an amazing season for all of us, with fantastic music, fantastic soloists. And to send you off into the summer holidays, I'm gonna play a traditional folk instrument from Norway, and I'm gonna go outside in my garden. And this instrument is called the bukkehorn in Norway, and I think in German maybe it's called a Hirschhorn. Horn? I'm not sure. But maybe if you've seen it before, it basically is made from an animal, and it's not really possible to play it, but we make some holes in it and I bend the notes with my lips, and then hopefully we'll get an amazing, beautiful melody out of it, written by Edvard Grieg. So greetings from Norway, see you very soon.